All right, so before we get started on tonight, guys, which is how to price using my overall transformation model, definitely for closing more high-paying clients, and definitely to get you guys more cash and revenue into your business and not worrying about payment plans and clients complaining about prices. First thing I do want to mention that if you haven't already, we are giving away 20 copies, only 20 for the first 20 of our Therapy Maximizer Playbook. And this is a manual that I put together of how to get high-paying hypnotherapy, coaching, and NLP RTT clients online for free using Facebook. If you haven't got your copy yet, we're only giving away 20. It's capped at 20. Head over to scottjansen.com.au. So that's www.scottjansen.com.au, and you can download that for free. It'll be an emailed copy, so it means you can start reading it straight away. This book alone has been the catalyst for a lot of new therapists and coaches who are just starting the industry, who don't have any paying clients, getting their first clients. And I'm not talking about $50 clients, $100 clients. We've had some reports from the thousands of copies that have been downloaded from students basically going from nothing to their first $1,000, $1,500 client for free, using some tactics of how we use Facebook. A few of the things we're going to talk about tonight: how to position yourself as the expert. We start talking about niching, referral programs. Go over to the website, guys, scottjansen.com.au. We only have 20, like I said. Download this. You can start reading it straight away. It's a free book. We have 20 free copies, and you can start reading this straight away. And like I said, we do this without funnels, free sessions, paid ads, or any ridiculous stuff like that. It's all organic, which means we get free clients, which is all profit. All right. So enough of that, guys. So I want to formally welcome everybody to tonight. We are going to be talking about the pricing, or how to price rather, using my overall transformation model. So whether you're a coach, you're a hypnotherapist, you're an RTT practitioner, you're an NLP practitioner, you're a healer, anybody that's working in the context of working with some sort of paid clients, this is going to help you understand this whole pricing thing. So there are a lot of gurus out there, guys, that say things like this. You have to create packages. You have to sell sessions. They've got to be of a certain price. You do buy one, get one free. You give away a free one and they buy 3 in exchange or something like this. And I'm here to tell you that is one of the most confusing ways and unrealistic ways to run your business. Now, I'll put you guys in the position of this. As therapists and coaches, especially starting out in the industry, you would probably agree that your cash and revenue is extremely low, because all of your income has gone on to what? Well, it's gone on to being certified, paying rent. You maybe have printed out business cards and flyers. You've opened up a meetup group, which cost you a subscription. You've created a website. You're maybe using funnels. And you probably realize and probably agree that your income is almost in the red. Okay, so going ahead and creating packages and programs and giving away free sessions, or giving away 10 packs and 20 packs, it becomes really confusing for the nature of our business. When it comes to the overall transformation model, we're really covering a few things. One is to aim to get income into your business, whether it's cash, which is upfront, or revenue, which could be some sort of small payment plan, as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Hence the reason why, when I worked this out for myself as a stop smoking therapist, my business grew exponentially. It's the same thing I use in my coaching and mentoring business now, when I priced on overall transformation. So what is the overall transformation? Well, here's the thing. When we're talking to clients about what we do, what's the one thing, or really the only thing they're concerned about, guys? Well, that is results. They don't care about sessions. They don't care about packages. They don't care what your package name is called. They don't care about if half price or something like this. The main thing, and this is all logical stuff, the main thing that they're looking for, which is more of an emotional thing, and that's definitely we want to keep them, because the emotional mind needs to make up that agreement to pay us for our services, is results. Okay? We really got confused as an industry, where we start talking to clients about packages and programs and sessions this and sessions that. They don't understand this lingo, but we go ahead and talk to them like they do. So when it comes to working with clients, guys, and it comes to selling your services, you only ever want to be talking to your clients about the end results. Always remember why we're hired as therapists and coaches, and even me as a mentor. I have students coming into my program that are on a current situation, that have some sort of pain in their life. They're not making enough money. They're not getting enough clients. and they come to me so I can show them how to get to their desired situation, which is more clients, bigger income, better life, and to grow their business. That's it. They don't care what my program's called. They don't care how many weeks my program has. All they want is results. And it's my job to fill in that gap, to be that person in the middle that takes their current situation and gets them to their desired situation as quick as possible, without hitting the microphone, of course, as quickly as possible. That's what I'm paid for. Even as a mentor and a coach, it's the same thing I was paid for as a therapist. Clients came to me to quit smoking, and I took them to that place. I didn't spend time talking about how long. That can come in aggregate later, what it was called, the method that I use, the NLP, the hypnotherapy, who I train with, all of that stuff becomes irrelevant. So what we want to understand is when we're talking to clients, we're trying to sell our services, we always, guys, and just tattoo this on your forehead, write it on your hand, I don't care how you do it, results, guys. If you're writing a laundry list of things that you can do for people and how you were trained by Marissa Peers and Tad James and how awesome Anthony Robbins is, clients don't care about that stuff. They don't know that person from the next person. You only want to be talking to your market, whether it's face-to-face and even in your social media and your marketing, the same rules apply, results. The students in our programs now that have gone from literally zero to 10, 20, 30, even $50,000 a month with organic marketing, they're always talking about results and they're showing proof of those results. So the overall transformation model as far as pricing comes down to this. You have the end result. We have your client's current situation and they want an end situation. You want to put a value on this, the end result, not a price, not a session, not a package, not a program, a value. Now, what do I mean by value? I want to make this really clear. We have to also think in terms of value, not right now, guys. Value right now is how long is it going to take me? How long do I need to work with this client for? And how many sessions am I going to give this person? That's value. That's now. That's irrelevant. When we're talking about overall transformation, you want to be thinking overall, long-term, lifelong value. So if I break this down for working with stop smoking clients, what's the overall value I'm giving my clients? Well, yeah, they're going to buy products over a complete lifetime that this client is going to get by me helping them quit smoking for $1,500. Well, their health's going to improve. They might be a better role model for their kids if that's one of their goals. They're definitely going to save money, which they can pay off their mortgage or go on a holiday. Taste of food's going to get better. Their libido is going to get better. They might feel more attractive to the opposite sex. We can create a laundry list of all these value products as a result of that one initial thing that we helped with. And we want to start to price on this. Long-term value, guys. Let me know in the comment box if that's making sense for long-term value. Hey, guys. Because when we're breaking down sessions and packages and programs, we run into this biggest issue. And I know it's an issue because I ran into it. And speaking to so many therapists and coaches every single day, I know it's a big problem in our industry. And it comes down to this. Let me put you in this scenario. Let's say pack to a client. Okay, and they don't have all the money right now. And they say, look, Scott, I'll pay you after each session. So I think, awesome. Okay, let's say I'm going to get $1,000 over 5 sessions. I'm going to give them 5 one-hour parts of my time in my office, and I'm going to price them. So they're going to give me $200 each time they come in. If I spread the sessions about a week apart, that's about 5 weeks of my time. Now let's stop right there. What's happening right now with your business is you're overextending a payment plan for revenue that can only be collected after that 5 weeks. That's the accounting stuff that no one wants to look at. In reality, this is not more what happens. Client pay the $200. Everything's awesome. Client comes to the second session. They pay the next $200. Everything's awesome. Third session comes along. Client doesn't show up. So you call them. You email them and they say, oh, look, I forgot. And money's running a little bit tight this week. Can I see you next week? And you think, okay, that's fine. They show up next week and they've only got half the money. And now they're saying, can I pay the other $100, the $200 now, can I pay the other $100 next week? So next week I'll give you $300. The fourth session comes along, they don't show up. Fifth session comes along, they don't show up. You give it up and think, okay, well, I got paid $400, $500, whatever the maths is for those couple of sessions. I'm doing okay. Then lo and behold, you get that phone call that no therapist or coach wants to get and says, it didn't work. I want my money back. And then you go into an argument that you didn't show up. And then the client says, well, nothing was really working. I lost confidence in you. And you go around this merry-go-round of confusion and arguing all for $500. But in reality, you've missed out on a big chunk of your money. And now you're falling behind in your bills because you can't go to the bank and say, hey, can I pay you in a payment plan installments as my client pays me? No, your mortgage is due at the end of the month. Everyone follow me right now. And this happens more time than not. How do I know this? Because you guys tell me this. And I'm very aware because it used to happen to me when I used to run that model in my therapy business. So how do we make the switch? Well, when we're talking to clients and we're presenting our price, as long as we're talking about end results, we're halfway there. So we want to make it really crystal clear to our clients that our price is this because this is the result you're going to get. And the client's going to say, well, how long is it going to take to get that result? And this is where you can become, guys, a very successful and very smart business owner. We talk about something in my 100K coaching program called MOS, minimum optimum service, which means basically what's the minimum amount of time that you could work with a client that would create the optimum result for your service. So what does this really mean if I break this down to layman's terms? How quickly can you finish with this client to spend less time with this client and be paid more? Because here's the thing, clients will always pay for speed. If you guys had the choice to go to a therapist for $1,000, but it took 5 hours, or go to another therapist where it cost you $1,000, where it took 45 minutes for the same result, who would you go with? You'd probably be that person that would pay an extra couple of $100 to get that extra speed. I know I would because I have a busy lifestyle. Same with you guys. So when I started to wrap my mind around this, I started to realize that as long as I was talking about my clients' results, value, the lifetime value of what they're going to get from me. Yes, if they said I was really expensive and I broke that down in value wise, but then I made them realize, well, I had to realize that as long as I was working as quickly as possible, it means that when I started to employ this model in my business, it might have taken me 2 to 3 sessions to help a client. And that's $1,500. That's pretty good money. But then what I started to do was I started to analyze what I was doing and I started to get rid of things that were really time wasters and things that I could automate and speed up in my business. Which means that if my first time round applying this MOS system and the overall transformation model, I'm getting paid $1,500 for roughly 3 sessions. Well, if I could break it down to 2 sessions and get paid the same, what does that give me? That gives me time back. And where do I use that time? It's not to go drive in my nice car. It's not to go hang around in my nice house. It's to jump straight back online onto social media and find my next $1,500 client. And I quickly realized the more time I had to grow the business instead of sitting in front of clientele, my income soared and my time in my business lowered because I could spend less time with clientele and more time finding new clientele that would book up my diary for $1,500 and so on and so forth. So as I really started to employ this model more, I broke it down from 3 sessions, then it went down to about 2 and a bit, and then 2, then 1 and a bit, then to about 45 minutes, then down to basically come in on your lunch break. That's how I used to market my business because that's what my market wanted. I used to come in their lunch break, $1,500, whether it took me 10 minutes or 45 minutes, so be it. But what I did was I was analyzing my sessions. I looked back over my session. I started to trim the fat off my sessions. Cut away time wasters, cut away the talking and rapport bullshit that we have with all our clientele and just got straight into the action. I'm a big fan of Milton Erickson, as you guys know. And he was all about action. It wasn't about having rapport and being nice. It was come into the office, get the job done, see you later, and get paid handsomely for it. So the overall transformation model, what this stops us and what it avoids is clients not paying on the day. We're always going for clients to pay up front. Now, a lot of you guys are going to say, well, my clients can't even pay $100 up front because they're not seeing the value. Value doesn't come in more sessions and more packages. It comes in speed, and it also comes in by just basically showing your client. I used to give them like a list and say, hey, these are all the things that you'll probably experience by coming to see me for $1,500. I gave them a list of 20 to 30 things, and then they saw value. And if I broke those down, that's like $100 a problem. If I can fix 15 problems in your life as a result of the one big thing, I'm charging like $100 a problem. And that's pretty good value in my eyes. You have that conversation with clients and they love it. And then over time, you start to trim away the fat off your sessions again, and your time gets lower, guys. Your price can increase, or even you get time back in your business to go find new clients, to go source more work to fill up your diary. Does that make sense, folks, of the overall transformation model? Apologies, I'm sweating on camera here. These lights are extremely hot. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know in the comment box. So Jacqueline says, completely making sense. So many ask me how I'm so energetic and positive. The answer is always simple. Myself and nice lifestyle. Do they then book? So what's the question there, Jacqueline? Ryan, why do you ask the clients to make them see? What do you ask the clients to make them see the value? Yeah, good question. So the only time I brought up the value conversations, if my client said, Ryan, like, oh, Scott, $1,500, that's expensive. And I say, cool, it is for smoking. It is for stop smoking. I agree with you. However, what if as a result of quitting smoking, this happened? Then this happened. You felt this, you noticed this, and you got this. And I literally used to write down a list, and over time I used to just give them a list because it was the same thing all the time, and say, look at all those things. As a result, what if those things happen? And they're just the ones I can think of. What if that happens? How do you feel about it now? And client says, well, that's great value. Because remember, clients are going to adopt logical, okay? Logic, they're going to see $1,500, stop smoking, because the emotion's out of it. If I pull the emotion back in, which is more an agreement mind, and say, look at all the value, look at all these things long-term. Imagine your life is like this. All that imagining and visualization stuff that we're good at talking clients through, especially in conversation, that's where you can provide value. Where most coaches, well, I say most, all therapists and all coaches think value is more sessions, more time in the chair, more PDFs, more meetup groups, more homework. Clients don't want homework. Clients don't want to spend every single weekend with you. There is not one client on this planet that would happily say, Scott, I'm happy to spend 10 sessions with you. Yeah, I know you can do it in one, but I'm happy to spend 10 because I want to waste all my weekends with you. I don't want to see that client every weekend, and they sure as hell don't want to see me. And what makes us different, now we can pull in another thing here, like definitely differentiating yourself in the market, is speed. Therapists and coaches are in the delusion that they can slow sessions down. And there's bad mentors out there that say, hey, if you want to make more money, just give them more sessions. That's ludicrous. Every time if you said to a client, hey, I'm double the price, but I'm double as quick as far as the sessions, they're always going to go for you because clients don't have time for everything else. So that's where I'd put in that value thing, Ryan. Does that make sense? And for everybody as well, does that make sense? So I literally just had that conversation. Yes, totally. Yes, indeed. Yep, gotcha, Jacqueline. Yep. Yeah, and when it comes down to, look, I want to make this really clear as well. And we're not talking about specific prices. I'm not saying, guys, hey, this is what you should price. Everyone knows that we recommend between about $1,000 to $5,500 for overall transformation. I'll talk about why that is in another Facebook Live. But here's the bottom line, guys. Not every client is supposed to say yes. Not every client is a yes, okay? We don't even get yeses in my business, okay? And I've done thousands of strategy calls. I know what to say. I know how to position myself, and I know my program works. We have thousands and thousands of testimonials from students going from zero all the way up to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 per month, guys. And that still doesn't alleviate the naysayers and the tire kickers. There's still people that say no. So I'm okay with that, okay? As a closing rate, as long as you're closing 1 in 4, 1 in 3, maybe 1 in 5, you're good. Your business is going to remain profitable if your prices are good. At $50 a session, 1 in 5 people, yes, you're not going to make it in this industry, okay? But realize not everybody's going to say yes, because not every client is going to be the perfect fit for you guys. I realize that. You guys have to realize that as well. Even for our high ticket program, we don't always get yeses. We get a lot of them, but we also get a lot of no's as well. That's just part and parcel. So don't get discouraged when I talk about price and overall transformation. People say, well, Scott, people keep saying no. That's fine. Let's say your price was $100 and now you're charging $1,500. Here's a cool thing. I want you guys to realize this. $100, you want to charge $1,500, okay? In order to make $1,500 at $100, you've got to work, let's say 15 hours. Let's say it's an hour a session, 15 hours, okay? If you want to get it up to 1,500, if you get 14 people saying no, and then one person saying yes, you've now got paid the same amount of money and you're working for 1 hour. So what do you do with those extra 14 hours that you've just accumulated in your business? You get your ass back to work and go find the next $1,500 client. Then the next one, then the next one. We apply something called the 80-20 rule in our business. We teach our students to do this as well. 20% of our time needs to be with clientele. 80% of our time needs to be on finding, sourcing, looking, and closing new clientele. However, if your prices are low, it means that you have to spend 80% of your time with clientele to make just as much money as the 80% on the other version of this. But now you can only spend 20% of your time because that's all you've got left. And it's the last thing you'll want to do after you're tired on social media and finding new clients. So a business can't grow. A business doesn't grow sitting in front of clients. A business grows doing something like this. Why do you think I'm doing these Facebook Lives, guys? Because this is part of my 80% of working on my business to grow it, to expand my message, to get my face in front of new people, to answer my market's questions, to offer a solution, to allow you guys to go download my book because it's an awesome freaking book. This is part of my 80%. My other 20% of the time, I don't see clients anymore, but the 20% of my time is now refining parts of the systems of my business, changing parts of the automation in my business to make it more efficient. You know, that's getting quite profound and up there as far as professional business, but that's where my time is sourced, okay? Is that making sense, guys? Got a little bit off track, but it all ties in together. The 80-20 rule, the overall transformation. We've talked about this. Again, get the book, guys. www.scottjansen.com.au. There's the address right there, guys. The copies of that. We talk about it in there to a high level of detail, okay? And we've talked about it a lot in these lives as well. Is that making sense, guys? Okay, so yes, totally. So Ryan says, if you are stuck in the package model, how do you get out? Yes, stop calling it a package. Overall transformation. If a client wants your services, Ryan, you don't sell them a package like, this is my premium package, my silver package, and if you buy this package, then you get this. You say to clients, okay, you're here and you want to be here. To get you here, it's going to cost you $5,500. One of our students charges $5,500 for anxiety guys. And you only see him about 2 to 3 times. $5,500. He used to be in packages. He'd have a 5-pack, 10-pack, 20-pack, whatever it was. And now when he talks to his clients, he says, you're here, you want to be here, it'll be $5,500. Client says, well, how long is that going to take? And my student will say, well, let's get the first session out of the way, see where that goes, work it out from there. And then if I need to see you again, let's work that out after. The most important thing is we get you to here. It's $5,500. Client says, well, can I pay you after each session? No, I don't do sessions. You pay for the end result. That's the conversation, literally down to the word of the way I would have it with my students, right? Even for my programs, okay? Or even if I was still doing face-to-face, it's literally the conversation I'd have, okay? Is that making sense, guys? Let me know in the comment box. And I'm glad we got through this without Facebook shutting me down. It's excellent. All right, so any questions based on what we talked about tonight, guys? Let me know. We've got about another 3 to 4 minutes. Does that make sense, guys, with the overall transformation? I've talked about this before. Hopefully this clarifies any confusion about it. And we'll spend some time on another Facebook Live talking about specific pricing and stuff like that. It's not really a lot to it, but it all ties in together, guys. It's the perfect systems. What we teach in our 100K coaching program, the very first week. We have to find your niche that's profitable. We have to get the right price that your niche is able and willing to pay. And we have to create the right solution. If you put those 3 things together, guys, business is easy. the marketing becomes secondary. Funnels become tenth-thery, if that's even a word. But everyone focuses on the marketing, the funnels, the websites, the giveaways, the PDFs, the free shit. What we have to get first, guys, is the service, the price, and the solution. I mean, even in our business, because I think I've done those fairly well and I've created a service that works, we don't have to spend a lot on marketing. I spend nearly negligible money on marketing for our ROI because the results, the solution, and the service do all the marketing for us. But what everybody's attention on is creating these fancy websites and funnels and names for their packages, silver package, bronze package. Concentrate on those three things, guys. Niche, your service, what are you doing? Try and get an MOS, the least amount of you to create the biggest result for your clientele and the right price, and you'll have the perfect formula. And that's business 101, even as a coach or a therapist. No other mentors are going to say packages and programs and all this sort of stuff. But if that's what you've been following, go look at your income book. See how well that's tracking for you. Okay, if you're spending more time with clientele and less time building the business, you need to flip that 80-20 around. So you spend less time with clientele, you get paid more, and you can spend more time doing things like this, because this is how you get clientele. This is how you get your face and your message and your service out there, especially with Facebook, doing a Facebook Live for free. You don't get that anywhere else. We're in a lucky place in business where we can do this stuff, but you've got to have time. Could you imagine sitting back to back with 10 clients a day and then having to worry about doing this? This is the last thing you'd want to do. But this really should be top of the list of what you need to do every single day. So is the model outlined in your book? To a certain extent, it just gives you an overview, but we don't break it down because it would take, in the 100K coaching program, we break down pricing, overall transformation model, and the service and solution, and the videos go for about 8 hours in total. This book is about 52 pages, but it's an awesome book. It'll get you clientele, but we need a real granular detail. We need to do a lot of market testing, which we'll talk about in a 100K coaching program as well, to actually get those things right. But that's the best place to start, okay? And it's free. If you get the first 20 copies, you're in. All right. Let's have a look, see where we are. Karen, do you always have a 100% success rate? Mine is 95, but I wonder what you do with that 5% that paid the end result as well. Yeah, awesome. 95% is freaking good. The last 5%, you either get them in and sort them out, or realize that you need to maybe fix up your survey, Karen, because you're letting maybe a few tire kickers through, or worst off, 5% out of your business, out of your revenue, you refund. It might be 1 in 30 people that get their money back. Okay. I was always opt for that for last. I would backtrack, Karen, like, where did it go wrong? What happened with this person? Go back and analyze their survey. Maybe look at the strategy that you used to help them with their therapy. I mean, 95%, that's incredible. Even Erickson talked about not getting 95%. That last 5%, you're never going to get it to 100, but I would start, Karen, with the client themselves, go to the survey, try and get the info, try and analyze what happened with this person, and sort of compare them to all the other success stories you'll have. And 9 times out of 10, it's not you, it's always going to be them. But it's just something that they've done or you've allowed them to get through with or talk about that has just thrown that 100% off. Okay, does that make sense, Karen? Again, why we survey all our clientele. We have a booking system, we survey all our clientele. All right. I've got about another 3 minutes, folks. Hopefully this was informative. I'm glad I got to get back on here. It's been a while since we've done these, which is cool. I'm glad it worked out to the ends. Any questions at all, guys? We'll take the last couple of questions. If not, we'll wrap it up for the night, and I'll be on later on during the week, and we'll cover some more stuff as well. Okay, and for those who just jumped on, let me show you guys again. I'm very proud of this book. Head over to scottjansen.com.au, guys. We have 20 copies of the Therapy Maximizer Playbook, how to get high-paying clients as a hypnotherapist, RTC, NLP clients for free online, doing stuff like this. Okay, we show you guys how to use Facebook Lives to get clients. how to use your social media. We start talking about niching. We start talking about how to create a referral program, how to actually set everything up, how to find your marketing message. For the first 20 copies, we're giving it away for free. Just head over to www.scottjansen.com.au and you can download that immediately and start applying it. Karen, thank you. Makes total sense. Awesome. All right. So last round for question, guys. Got a lot of you guys online. Awesome to see a lot of new faces. Good to see everybody. Okay, for those that are new to one of these Facebook Lives, by all means, welcome. We do keep these lives up on my personal Facebook page as well, so you guys can go back to it anytime. Also, we do upload them into our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel, go and subscribe. It's just Scott Jansen, and it's all about business, growing the business as a coach and hypnotherapist. That's what we focus on. We have everything from sales, getting clients, organic marketing, ads, all that sort of stuff that we do is all on the YouTube channel as well, so you can go check that out. All right, so that is it for me, guys. Hope that was informative. Hope that broke down the overall transformation model, gave you guys some clarity on what you need to do, and answer all those questions. That's all for me tonight, guys. I'm going to head off to another strategy call. I will see you all later on the week. Have an awesome week. Go make heaps of money, guys, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.